The following segment is sponsored by Gilman and Bedigian.
We can't wait another year for them to fix systems and change calculations and doctor everything. We need action now to resolve this.
Yeah, frustrated parents and lawmakers demanding answers from Maryland's embattled 529 college savings plan after almost a year of dealing with frozen college funds and miscalculated interest. Well, a frustrating mess, and it is just getting worse for parents as the state's 529 leaders are either resigning or just not talking as parents and guardians wait for their funds that they've been saving for years. Now, joining us now with possible solutions for the parents and guardians, Charles Gilman, partner at the law firm of Gilman and Bedigian. Charles, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Tom, and good morning.
Good morning. This smells like a major class action lawsuit.
It does, Tom, and it's a little absurd that people put money into these 529 plans guaranteed by the state when their children were certain ages, thinking and believing, which they had the right to do, that when that certain age child became of maturity and went to college, tuition at an in-state university would be covered, or a prorated share of a different university out of state would be covered. And the fact that the government, the state of Maryland, won't pay out on these because of an interest calculation is absurd.
Well, it is. And so this is more like if you bought a bond from the state, and this portion of the 529, is that correct? Because you were saying there's actually two different ways that you can invest in 529s.
Yes, the 529 plan with the problem is the guaranteed, if you will, quote unquote, tuition, like prepayment plan. You pay a certain amount when your child is 1 to 2 years old or 12 to 13 years old, and it guarantees them in-state tuition when they matriculate into college. The other 529 plan where you just invest like your 401k or a regular mutual fund, that one seems to be fine.
Okay, so the one that's having the issue here, those parents, those guardians are saying, okay, my child is now at school, accepted and everything. I thought I was going to be released this certain amount of money. You guys messed up. Now you're freezing a lot of the portion of that. I now need to get a secondary loan just to keep them in school. Will they be able to fight the state and get that, I guess, interest for that second loan back too if they were to win, or should they go to court with that?
Look, I think it's worth a try. There's a lot of sovereign immunity issues because you're suing the state of Maryland. You're not suing a private firm, an investment house. There is many pages, as everybody can imagine, the fine print that we'd have to comb through it. But I certainly do think the state's in a better position to absorb the loss immediately than the parents. The state can create a line item in their budget or do whatever to allow the kids, the parents or the children, to have whatever money they know is certain and worry about the interest calculation later, at least mitigate the damages. Locking up people's money is definitely not fair.
Yeah, but an individual taking on the state versus a group of parents coming together and hiring attorneys and then doing it, wouldn't that be a little bit more where they at least get some kind of results or at least more money, I guess, hardships going into this?
Absolutely. A class action would be the way to do it. You hit the nail on the head there. We would just have to comb through all the 529 plan documents that people agree to when they open the account to make sure there's not a prohibition against a class. But look, even sometimes when those agreements are in the contract, sometimes they're not enforceable. And this could be one of those situations.
The frustration and the question marks still out there for those parents. We feel bad for them. And we're not talking just one or two parents, lots of parents that are out there here in Maryland. Charles Gilman with Gilman and Bedigian, thank you so much for your expertise. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Tom. Have a great day.
You too.